Let's stop pretending. We've been told for years that men are the ones who are obsessed with S3x, that women are less physical, more emotional, and that they don't think about it as much. But here's the truth. Women want S3x just as much as men. In fact, many of them want it more. They just won't admit it publicly. Why? Because if a woman tells the truth about her physical desires, she risks being labeled loose, easy, thirsty, or worse, not relationship material. So what does she do? She pretends. She downplays it. She plays the good girl card in public, while being a whole different story behind closed doors. This video will expose the reasons behind the act. You'll learn why women pretend to be innocent while craving far more than they admit. Brace yourself. This is Woman Unmasked. 1. Society rewards female innocence and punishes desire. Since the beginning of time, women have been taught one thing: be desirable but not desiring. She's told to look good, dress sexy, flirt a little. But the moment she owns her S3 Zool appetite, the world flips on her. She becomes damaged goods. She's been around, not wife material. So what does she do? She masks her true nature. She'll let you chase. She'll act like she's not thinking about it. She might even shame you for bringing it up, just to keep up appearances. But behind closed doors, she's fantasizing. She's scrolling. She's tempted. She's human. And many times, she's far more curious and bold than the man she's pretending to judge. 2. Women are experts at hiding desire to stay in control. Here's what most men don't understand. When a woman wants you physically, she won't always show it like a man would. Why? Because showing desire feels like giving up power. Most women are conditioned to believe, if he knows I want him, he has the advantage. So she hides it. She plays cool. She leaves you guessing, while she's already imagined every detail of being with you. She wants it, but only on her terms. So she controls the narrative. She plays hot and cold. She lets the tension build. Not because she doesn't want it, but because she wants to stay in charge of when and how it happens. And here's the kicker. The more you chase, the more she acts uninterested, because she already knows she's going to give in. She just doesn't want to seem too easy. 3. Women talk dirty to each other, just not around you. Think women are innocent? Sit quietly near a group of them when they don't know you're listening. Their conversations about men, bodies, fantasies, and past experiences will shock you. They joke, they compare, they rate, and they definitely share more than you think. But around men, especially men they want to impress, they dial it all the way down. Why? Because they know most men still put women into boxes. Wife or fling, classy or trashy, virgin or vixen. So they'll pretend like they don't think about S3x. Even when they're texting their friends about that exact thing. Women are masters of image. They know what to show and what to hide. 4. Women pretend they don't want S3x because they don't want to be judged by you. Let me be honest, brothers. Part of the reason women pretend to be less S3 Zool is because men are still too judgmental. You say you want a freak in the sheets, but the moment she opens up, you start questioning her past. You start wondering, how many guys has she been with? Where did she learn this from? Can I trust her? So what does she do? She filters herself. She gives you just enough to keep you around, but not so much that you'll see her differently. And ironically, this is why so many women open up S3 Zool with men they don't plan to marry, because there's less pressure, less judgment, less fear of consequences. The men they love, they often feel they have to protect that image of purity. So don't be surprised if your girl was wild with her ex and modest with you. It's not always about love. It's about perception. 5. Women use S3x as power, but never admit it's a deep need too. Here's where things get real. Women have learned how to use S3x to get what they want. Attention, affection, validation, commitment, control. And while they'll never say it out loud, many women know that their physical appeal gives them leverage. But what they won't admit is that they crave it too. They're not always giving it up to get something. Sometimes they genuinely want it, Badly. But instead of owning it, they hide behind phrases like, I don't do that unless I'm in love. I'm not that kind of girl. I need to feel emotionally safe first. Yes, some of that may be true, but often it's just a shield, a way to mask a desire they're afraid to own, because society tells them, if you're hungry for S3x, you're dirty. If you withhold it, you're valuable. So many women stay locked in a performance while burning with hunger inside. 6. She might crave you physically, but she'll pretend it's not like that. This is a game you see all the time. She stares at you, flirts with you, touches your arm, sends late-night texts. But when you make a move, she pulls back and says, it's not like that. Here's what's happening. She wants it, but she doesn't want to be held accountable for it. She wants you to be the one who crosses the line. That way, if anything happens, you take the blame. And if you don't make a move, she'll accuse you of not being confident. But if you move too fast, she'll say you were too aggressive. Welcome to the contradiction. This is why you need to be grounded, confident, and aware. Because women want you to take the lead, but they'll rarely make it easy. Listen, men, this isn't about blaming women. It's about understanding them beyond the act. Yes, women are deeply emotional. Yes, they want to feel safe, seen, and valued. But never let that fool you into thinking they don't have physical needs just like you, sometimes stronger than yours. They just carry a lifetime of pressure, fear, shame, and expectation around how they express it. So they hide it until they're with a man who's strong enough, mature enough, and confident enough to see past the act and lead them through it. Brothers, if this video opened your eyes, subscribe to Woman Unmasked for more truth bombs every man needs to hear. Like this video so more men wake up and stop getting played by the image. Comment below. Have you ever dealt with a woman who pretended not to want you, only to chase you later? Share this with your brothers, your sons, your closest friends. Because too many good men are being confused by what women say instead of learning to read what they really mean. This is Woman Unmasked, where we don't just teach men how to get women. We teach men how to understand the game and rise above it.